The Census site has crashed as around 16 million Australians try to take part in the national online survey. ABS chief statistician David Kalish told ABS Radio this morning that hackers had targeted the website. It was an attack, he said. It was quite clear it was malicious. Mr. Kalish said the Census website was targeted by hackers 4 times yesterday indeed. Distributed denial of service, attacks in which hackers flood a server with automated traffic. The ABS is now working with the Australian Signals Directorate to determine the source of the attack. Mr. Kalish said so far it had been very difficult to work out where it came from. But the frequency increased as the evening neared and many Australians trying to reach the Census site after PM couldn't connect. It was at this point the ABS said it began the process of shutting down the site. Mr. Kalish said he believed the details of people, including Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull, who had managed to successfully access the site, were secure. "I can certainly reassure Australians the data they provided is safe," he said. An Australian technology company with expertise in software testing was paid nearly $1 to ensure the census servers would not crash under the load. More, Labor calls for Census Minister to key. News Corporation Australia has contacted the Revolution its CEO Jamie Duffield company seeking an explanation of how the census servers crashed despite the testing. Tender documents show that IB Australia built the census platform for a cost of $1. The Bureau then paid Revolution $1 in December last year for licenses for census load testing, plus a further contract in May this year of $1 for load testing the census servers, and again in June they paid $50 for a further contract for load testing. The census servers continue to be down this morning, nearly 12 hours after the servers crashed under the pressure of millions of Australians trying to complete the online form. The Australia Bureau of Statistics last night tweeted that the servers would not be restored until this morning. With the failure of the census servers echoing the click frenzy failure of 2012, Liberal Senator Sue Lines has called for Assistant Treasurer Michael McCormack, who was responsible for managing the census, to resign. The embarrassing computer failure come just hours after the Australian Bureau of Statistics issued an assurance that the system would cope with the demand. This morning, Australians took to Twitter to make fun of the government's failure to build a website capable of withstanding a typical DES. How to engineer the perfect DES attack. Send out letters to households telling them to hit //t/co/CWFBUB on Tuesday evening. The entire country should be jailed for DES the census servers sharp Censify. This is not a census, it is a DES test program using 7 million fair dinkum Aussies as the attacking network. News.com. Oz privacy policy includes important information about our collection, use and disclosure of your personal information, including to provide you with targeted content and advertising based on your online activities. It explains that if you do not provide us with information we have requested from you, we may not be able to provide you with the goods and services you require. It also explains how you can access or seek correction of your personal information, how you can complain about a breach of the Australian privacy principles, and how we will deal with a complaint of that nature.